Congratulations, Kelly.
Thank you so much.
So I've seen the trailer. I haven't screened the film yet. It seems like a very heartfelt drama. Can you explain a bit without spoiling what your role is and the story it is?
Well, it's a beautiful family movie, actually, and it was based on a young adult novel, Kepler's Dream. And my sister-in-law is the director, which is really cool. We've been trying to work together forever. My part isn't huge, but it's a very important part in the movie. I play a single mom whose daughter, Ella, who Isabella Blake Thomas plays, who's the star of the movie. I play a mother who's going in for stem cell treatment and may die over a summer, and I have to send my daughter to stay with a grandmother she's actually really never gotten to know. So I'm leaving my daughter. We have a broken family. There's cancer. There's, all sorts of adult issues for young people to deal with. But we live in a world where 52% of families are divorced. And this is a factor. What I love about the film is it's kind of like a Nancy Drew book. And where the girl has the adventure, she figures out who the bad guy is. She finds the pieces and puts things together. She's very proactive. It's not like a little princess movie. It's where the girl gets to have this kind of amazing adventure and arc and learn things, but also teach people the things that she knows. And the family comes together, but in a way that's not tied up in a bow. It's a more complicated way that they come back together at the end of this film, but it's more realistic, which I really appreciated. So it's something that a whole family would enjoy seeing. And there's something for the kids, and there's also something for the adults to think about. And the children aren't talked down to in the film. They're dealt with as adults and as intelligent people, which children are.
I have much respect for your long career. I want to ask, when working with Isabella, did you bestow wisdom about the business or acting in general?
Well, luckily she came, not over-rehearsed and like a lot of kids, when I work with children, I find often their parents or the mother or father, whoever's working with them, will sort of overcoach them. And then I seem to spend most of my time on set with them trying to get them to be real people again, like to be how children are and not too precocious. And but she was really, really good about that. She was very open. She really listened and responded to me naturally, which is what acting's about. It's about listening and responding and being in the moment, not about deciding how you're going to say something or how you're going to be something. So she was really amazing. And also she's English, so she had to, use an American accent, which was wonderful and really believable and great. And a couple times the two of us were probably more moved than our characters even, because our characters are trying to be brave. But us as two young, a young woman and me playing her mom, there was a scene where we say goodbye, and it might be goodbye for the last time, because there's a possibility that my character might not make it through the stem cell treatment that I'm going for. And we really had to remember who our characters were, because we were both kind of more emotional than it was just very hard and very sad. And my sister is a cancer survivor who was a single mom in her early 30s and dealt with this almost a similar situation. So for me, it was kind of paying homage to my sister, and also having the chance to, let's pretend at least, go to a dark place that she had to go to all by herself, and it really affected me. I mean, I'm not saying that I know what that was like, because you walk to the gates of hell with somebody who's ill, and then they walk through those gates alone. But I had, when you see the film, you'll see I don't look like a well person, and I don't, it's a heavy storyline for me. But
it seems like it's an uplifting, hopeful story that touches your soul that I look forward to screening, definitely. On a lighter note, I want to ask you one last fun question. What would you like Santa to bring to you this holiday season?
I would, if I could get anything, what I would like is for the 50% of people who think one way in America and the 50% of people who think the other way in America, is to understand where the other one's coming from and to find some common ground. and to also to not be so hard on journalism and the press, because without that, we're, there's.
It's on democracy.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a democracy. And I'm old enough to remember, to have gone through a lot of things. I'm almost 60, and I've never been as worried about the world and our country as I am right now. And I think somehow we, as the people, we elect our politicians. It's our government and our country, and I feel like we need to take it back to that place, and we need to do that together. So I would hope for that for Christmas.